Hi, this is Tim from NEWBLINDS.co.uk. Today I'm going to show you how to fit a NEWBLINDS 230 volt radio or relay operated motor to our strong roller blind tube. Okay, so I've got a few parts here to show you before I start. Firstly, we've got the roller blind tube. So this is our strong 63mm diameter roller blind tube. It can cover windows of up to 4 meters wide, so we use it for all of our extra wide window blind roller blind products. So you can see the key thing with this tube, as far as this video goes, are these two rectangular grooves in the tube here. There's one on each side, and the reason these are important is because the collar, which is the bit that goes around the neck of the motor and locates the motor into the tube, and the drive wheel, which is the bit that goes on the end of the motor and turns the tube around, both locate into these rectangular slots. Okay, so that's the tube. Also here I've got the motor itself. So you've got the motor drive end. This little metal rectangular shaped thing here is the bit that turns on the motor. Okay. And then you've got the neck of the motor, okay, with the cable on it. Right. Next, we've got the collar, sometimes referred to as the crown. Okay. Really important thing to notice about this collar is that it's all one circle, so it's a complete ring. Okay. If you have a NEWBLINDS motor and you've got a collar which has got a break in it, then please contact us, because there's a possibility that you might have the wrong collar. Okay. Second important thing to know about this collar, although it doesn't have a break in the actual ring itself, it does have a little cutout just here. Okay. All right, and that's very important because what we've shown you in on the motor head, there's a little metal counter there, and that little metal counter basically locates within this little cutout. Okay. Thirdly, if we turn the crown over, this is the side that slots into the tube itself, and you'll see it's got teeth running all the way around it. Okay, but you'll notice that two of these teeth, one on each side, are bigger than the others. Okay, and those are the teeth that locate into those rectangular grooves on the tube. Okay, so that's the crown, or is it sometimes, or it's mostly referred to as being a collar. Okay, right, and then we've got the drive wheel. Okay. If you look back at the drive end on the actual motor, you'll see this part is the same shape as the hole on the drive wheel. So that obviously slides over the top of that, and you'll see that again, this has got teeth. It's got a set of 3 on each side, 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, and the middle one of these teeth slides into the rectangular slots on the tube. Okay. Last thing to show you is this little metal clip here, which is very easy to lose, so be careful. I've just spent 15 minutes looking for mine on the kitchen floor before making this video. Just be careful not to lose it, as this is what holds the drive wheel onto the actual drive end. Okay, so you'll see that just slides over the top of that there and clips in place. But we'll put the drive wheel on in a second and show you how to do that. Okay, so in terms of assembly, if this isn't already in place, what we do is we take the collar. Okay, I've already got one over on my motor, but you basically slide it on. Okay, pull it all the way down the shaft of the motor. Okay, and we're looking for this metal counter. Okay, So I made a point before about the metal counter. The reason this is here is it spins round, okay? And for radio operated motors, it's present on both relay and radio operated motors. But on radio operated motors, it's really important because there's a magnetic system built into the motor itself, and this metal counter turns with the motor, and every time it passes the magnetic system within the motor, it counts that it's done a full rotation. So this part is actually really important in setting limits, and in also the motor knowing its position relative to the limits once the limits have been set. Okay, so as I mentioned before, you've got a little cutout in the collar, and that just basically slides up. A little bit fiddly, but it slides up over the metal counter, and basically the flat bit of the collar should be right next to this motor head here, and the teeth should be facing back down the motor to the drive end. Okay, right. So we turn the motor over now, and you've got the drive end here and the drive wheel here, and this is dead straightforward. You just basically push the drive wheel onto the drive end like that. Okay, and you take this metal clip, and that just basically slides in one of these grooves on the drive wheel, on the drive end. Okay, and locks it in place, so you'll see it locked in place there. Okay, so basically that is the drive wheel fitted and the collar fitted. Okay, so as I mentioned before, key thing about the tube again is the rectangular cutouts on the tube. And what we're going to do is we're going to take the motor with the drive wheel first, and we're basically going to slot that into the tube with the middle of the middle one of the three teeth on each side into the rectangular groove on the tube. Okay, and we're going to lower that in carefully, and as we get down to the bottom, so that the crown's near the actual neck of the tube, again we're going to turn this round so that the biggest of these teeth just basically drops into this rectangular slot within the tube. Okay, and you'll see now that that's your motor inserted within the tube nicely. If you give this a little wiggle, there's barely any play, and if you give the crown a little wiggle, there's a little tiny bit of play, but nothing spinning round. Okay, so that's how you fit the NEWBLINDS 230 volt or 230 volt radio or relay operated motor into the 63mm strong tube that we use for our extra wide roller blinds. And that's that really. So thank you for watching. Take care. Bye.